Hey guys, AJRM6200 here, and welcome to my new playthrough on Ratchet and Clank. Now, if you didn't know, I'm a big fan of Ratchet and Clank. I've actually done a video on the Before the Nexus game on mobile when I still did mobile videos back then. But now's the time I can actually get into a legit Ratchet and Clank game. And Ratchet and Clank, big part of my childhood, big fan of the series. I already can continued ahead because I wanted to mess with the audio settings before going into this, so that way the audio isn't too loud over my voice. So just need to get that fixed. But anyway, here we go. Let's start a new game on normal.
Open up on 7. Move it out, Shiv.
Oh, yeah. Hero, huh?
Identifying prisoner 117, Shiv, Helix.
You think you can break me, Copper? Yeah, I've been in the darkest pits of the universe. Places that would make your bolts rattle. The eternity pits of Sword Doom. The iron holding no balance. Ah.
Greetings, new fish. I'm...
Captain Quark. I don't believe it. You're here. I used to dream of being arrested by you.
Now get out of here. I was talking to you, Zed.
Yes, Captain.
So, new fish, I take it you followed my many adventures?
Of course I have. You're the most famous superhero in the galaxy.
He ain't famous anymore.
Words hurt, Solitary Bill.
I'm a huge fan. I even pre-ordered the new Ratchet and Clank holo game.
The what?
You know, the game based on that incident with you and that Lombax.
Oh, you must mean the holo film. Yeah, it's pretty good, if you like all CG.
No, I mean the game. It's based on the holo film. Look, here's my confirmation email. I'm having it mag shipped to prison.
They're making a game based on a holo film based on my life? But they haven't even consulted me. Oh, this is my fault. I've been away from my adoring public in this forsaken place too long. And now, no one will ever hear my side.
I'd like to hear your side, Captain.
You would? Well, then sit down, wary criminal, and I'll tell you a story. It all started with a hapless Lombax named Ratchet.
Where do you think you're going?
Hey, Grim, you're here. I thought you'd be down at the bazaar shopping for gravity coils.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm here. I'm always here. I don't suppose you sneaking out would have anything to do with those Galactic Ranger tryouts?
I just need 1 hour. Come on, Grim. These are the Galactic Rangers we're talking about. Captain Quark will be there.
No leaving the garage until you help fix Mr. Micron's ship. Now get on that bolt crank.
Alright, so here we are heading off into some gameplay. Right now we're going through the tutorial, so I guess while I do this I can talk about my my relationship with this series, I guess. I adore Ratchet and Clank. This is one of the first games I've played. Basically, how I found out about Ratchet and Clank, it was my cousin. When he got a PS3, he had Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction. I played a bit, which means that game was the very first Ratchet and Clank game I've ever played, and I found it pretty fun. Thing is, I didn't have a PlayStation 3 at the time. I had a PlayStation 2, but I think this is also before a PlayStation 2. But because I was a stupid kid and didn't really follow anything video games, I decided, like, I wanted a PS3, but my mom convinced me get a PS2. It has more games, which alright, it did at the time, but you know, it wasn't the big console that was going to be out at the time. By the way, I just want to say that this game looks beautiful. Seriously, it looks like an interactive Pixar movie. It looks drop dead gorgeous. But yeah, I got PS2, and one of the games I got for the PS2 was Ratchet Clank 2: Going Commando. Yes, that's actually the title, and if you look through all the Ratchet Clank games, each game, or most of the games, has some sort of innuendo with it, so keep an eye out for those. But yeah, my first Ratchet Clank game was Ratchet Clank 2: Going Commando, and that was when I got hooked on the series, and I started getting more and more games, and started to fall in love with the series. Alright, so there are these things in this game called holo cards. These weren't in the original games. If you collect like a whole set, which is like 3 cards, you can earn a little power up. So I think the hero set upgrades your wrench, which is Ratchet's melee weapon, like right here. So, but yeah, Ratchet & Clank Going Commando is the game that got me hooked on the series, and I started getting more games. I got Ratchet & Clank 3, Up Your Arsenal, which is one of the best. I prefer Going Commando, but I don't know. Up Your Arsenal is known to be the best out of the series. And yes, it's called Up Your Arsenal. So many innuendos in these titles, just saying.
Hello, recruit.
Anyway, what we're doing right now is going through a little obstacle course that Galactic Rangers set up. This game is supposed to be based off of the 2016 movie, or was it 2015? I think it was 2016. It's supposed to be based off of the 2016 movie that's also based off. So essentially, it's a game based off of the movie that's based off of a game. Alright, now this section, I don't get why they put it in here, because this section is made to like show you how to like smash crates, but we've been doing that before we even got through this section, so what's with this? Anyway, here's the Gadgetron vendor. This is where you purchase weapons. And I just bought the fusion grenade, which is essentially the bomb glove from the first Ratchet & Clank, but this first appeared in the fusion grenade, at least, first appeared in Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Oh geez. But yeah, that's my relationship with Ratchet & Clank, and ever since I got a PS4, I've been wanting to record this game. But it took a while because the block cutscenes can't show cutscenes because they're from the movie, right? So I wasn't able to show. I have the scenes downloaded, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So yeah. Anyway, what do we have for holo cards? Alright. So although this is the game for a movie, even though this is like a tie-in game for the movie, this game is also a remake of the original Ratchet & Clank game. I've played all 3 of the originals. I guess you could say I grew up with the originals, but
Come on, Ratchet.
which if you haven't played them, you are missing out because the originals are so much fun. But this is a remake of the very first game. But I prefer the original game better, and I'm gonna point out why in some parts throughout the playthrough. Like, there are some aspects that this game does better than the original, like allowing you to strafe while fighting, and definitely graphic enhancements. Graphics are huge, like ginormous plus. But then again, I'm comparing a PS2 game to a PS4 game. Now, if you look up, below the health bar is an XP meter. If you fill that up to 100%, you upgrade your health, and the health bar goes up to 100. And Ratchet and Clank has a challenge mode. It has a challenge mode, and completing the filling up the XP meter in challenge mode, it will grant you 200 life. So, but yeah, Ratchet and Clank is awesome. It's basically a shoot 'em up platformer. It's a really fun game. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the savior of Solana, Captain Quark.
Hello, Veldin.
Hello, Captain!
He's on fire again.
I know.
My name is Copernicus Quark, and yes, that was an impressive wall of fire I just walked past. I'm gonna be real with you folks for a moment. When President Vironix recommended I take on a new ranger, I knew just where to go. That's right. We want you!
Yeah!
I know what you're thinking. Do I have what it takes? After all, you may not have prevented Dr. Nefarious from atomizing Aliros City. You may not have stopped Neftin Prague from rendering the entire population of Iridia colorblind. Twice. After all, you may not have this chiseled jaw or godlike pectoral region, but if you have heart, then you have what it takes. You don't have what it takes.
But I have heart.
Yes, but unfortunately that heart is encased in a weak, muscleless mass of inexperience. Plus there's your history to consider.
Got a long line of citations here. Possession of an illegal gravity repulsor.
Operation of a black market accelerator.
Willful disruption of the space-time continuum.
That is a funny story.
You're reckless, you're a loose cannon, and you're dangerous. That's my shtick.
Wait, just give me a chance.
Sorry, no time. Galaxy in jeopardy. Get back out there. And remember, you can do anything. As long as you're me. Next! Meanwhile, on planet Quartu...
Dr. Nefarious, the mad scientist who made all of this possible.
Mad suggests cognitive impairment. I'm more of a vengeful scientist. I trust you're here to meet the troops.
State your prime objective.
Destroy Galactic Rangers.
State your prime objective.
Destroy Galactic Rangers.
State your prime ob...
Hello.
Defect detected. Preparing for immediate destruction. In 3, 2...
Oh, a defect. Go play, Victor.
Alright, so here we are, heading off to planet Quartu, which is where the Warbot factory is. And we're playing as Clank in this section. And for some reason we have the bolts that Ratchet collected, even though we didn't meet him yet. I'm not gonna question it. By the way, I forgot to mention this. Bolts are the currency for this game, and these are what you use if you want to buy weapons from the Gadgetron vendor.
Feeble Defect knew that if he were to survive, he would have to throw a bomb at whatever lay in his path.
Now, what Clank stages consist of, what Clank stages consist of is puzzles. For the most part, they're puzzles, and they require these little things called Gadgebots. They can be a spring, and I just saw Victor Von Ion through the vent. I just noticed that he does that. What? Yeah, what? I just noticed that. That's cool. But yeah, Clank stages consist of puzzles, and you use Gadgebots. They turn into stuff like springs.
Oh my.
They turn into springs, they turn into a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, here we have Victor Von Ion chasing us, and he's firing a laser and has a rocket launcher in his hands that he will fire at us as well. As so. By the way, that rocket launcher is called the Negotiator. It first came out in Ratchet and Clank future tools of destruction, though I never really got to play with it, so. And also, Victor Von Ion's a one-shot kill, so try not to let him get to you. But it shouldn't be too hard, either. Alright, so quick edit right here. I'm just, reloading this puzzle, because my controller disconnected from me again. I don't know why it does that. My controller's fine. It just keeps disconnecting on me, and it's annoying. But anyway, what we have here are these gadget bots called power bots. You throw them at these generators, and they'll open doors and much more stuff as we move on towards the game. And by hitting that switch, we open the bridge. That'll lead us to the exit of the factory. Wait, what? Alright, there we go. But yeah, basically what Clank's trying to do here in this stage, he's trying to escape the Warbot factory because, you know, he's a defect and he's about to get killed by Victor Von... Well, not killed, I guess destroyed, because robots aren't... They have no soul. Anyway, across from here is a gold bolt. We can't reach that right now, but those are basically... Those are the collectibles. Those are the collectibles in this game. They don't really do much aside from unlocking cheat codes and other extras. But I have collected. I'm playing on my Japanese account since my 100% account is in my main profile, and I didn't want to delete that file. I have the platinum trophy for this game and everything, so. Yeah, I already collected all the gold bolts, but I'm not gonna show them. I'm not gonna show them in this playthrough. Maybe I'll do a gold bolt guide. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm not gonna show off all the gold bolts here. However, I will show off a certain set of holo cards to unlock a certain weapon. I'm not gonna talk about it yet, but. We'll get to them. But anyway, we're about the end of the stage.
Computer, set coordinates for the Galactic Ranger home base.
Destination set. We will never make it, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Oh dear.
I'll never be a ranger. What? Huh? Huh?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whew. No vector shell damage. Sister board appears to be intact.
I must get to Alero City. They are in danger.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, who's in danger?
An army is coming. I must warn them.
Hang on. Slow down. You've been in a crash. What do you say we get you back to my garage? I'll run a diagnostic and have you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I appreciate the assistance.
It's no problem. So, what do I call you?
I suppose my proper designation is Warbot Defect B54296.
Maybe I'll just call you Clank. My name's Ratchet. Up and down. Yeah, there you go. You're a natural.
A million thoughts raced through Ratchet's head. Could he repair this diminutive warbot? Would it be the key to the adventure he craved? Did he leave the proto engine on in the garage? The answer to all these questions was yes.
All right, hang on. I'll get us back to the garage.
Alright, so here we are back at Veldin as Ratchet, but this is where he finally meets Clank. Now, in Ratchet and Clank, Clank has always been acted like a backpack, and other games, he was used as like a little helipack. It was like a helicopter pack, it was like a jet pack, it was all that stuff. But because we just got him, we don't have access to that stuff yet. We're gonna have to upgrade Clank if we want those, because I guess the standard warbot doesn't come equipped with that stuff. But anyway, we finally got our new weapon. This weapon is called the Combustor. Basically your standard pistol weapon. And yeah, it's a pistol. You access your weapons to this weapon wheel, and I like this weapon wheel more. This is an improvement from the first game. I like this weapon wheel more because it has multiple slots that once we get more weapons, you can switch between rings with the R1 and L1 button, and the time freezes when you actually go into it, because in the original game you have to be quick if you want to select a new weapon, or you'd have to pause the game, go to the weapons menu, and go through that, and it's pretty time consuming if you want to do that. So I'd always go through the weapon ring, but it was like a race against time. But yeah, time freezes with this weapon wheel, giving you as much time as you want to select a weapon. And that whole thing started in Ratchet and Clank going commando, so. Though it still only had one ring, it didn't have multiple rings.
That's all of them.
This right here is Ratchet's starter gadget called the Slingshot. It basically swings you across gaps like Spider-Man.
Model X6Z to be exact, also known as the dropship of death.
Great.
Alright, so we have this little, well, not little, this thing's kind of giant. We got this little, dropship trying to destroy us. Because, you know, they want Clank. They want that defective robot. They want that defect. Which I'm actually kind of surprised that they'd even go to this extent for a defected robot. Look at this thing. Look at Clank. He doesn't look too harmless, does he?
What happened? Just got bit by a mosquito. Did you see the size of that thing?
I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like the banter between the Blarg, which, by the way, the enemies of this game, they're called the Blarg. And the villain of this game is Chairman Drek and Dr. Nefarious from the third game. I think they could have went without Dr. Nefarious. If they were gonna go for like a remake of the origin story, they didn't need to add Dr. Nefarious. But I guess because since he's the more popular character of the games, they had to go with him. And I don't like how every villain in the Ratchet and Clank oh wait, I'm out of ammo. I just noticed. I love how that's alright, so they had the controller pop up saying like, this is how you access the weapon wheel. Press triangle to access the weapon wheel. I think when we realized we're out of ammo, we'd find out eventually, and we know what button to press. I just love how they, how that's even a thing in this game. But, yeah, I don't like how every villain has to be, like, a wacky character in these kinds of games, because Chairman Drek in the original game, yeah, he had wacky moments, but for the most part, he was all serious, and he was a businessman. He wanted to create his own planet by destroying all the other planets for parts.
All right, Grim.
Again, he had wacky moments. He had wacky moments, but essentially he was more serious.
Sorry about that, Grim. Listen, get my tools ready. I just found something in the desert I need to look at.
But
What kind
I
of
wish
factory is this?
the Blarg used to be intimidating, but now that they don't have the banter,
Lived here since I was a kid. Come on, let's get you fixed up.
they don't seem as intimidating.
Once they were safe, Clank explained Drek's plan to attack the Hall of Heroes. With the Galactic Rangers out of the equation, Ratchet knew he had to help, even though neither he nor Clank had the upper body strength necessary for hero work.
I can totally help.
Oh, I could not ask a civilian to get involved in something so dangerous.
No, I'm not just a civilian. The Rangers are actually my, friends. Why do you think I have so many pictures of them?
But why are you not in any of them?
Well, someone had to take the picture, right? I mean, come on. I even have a ship. It disassembles so it can infiltrate enemy strongholds. So what do you say? That's strange. I'm picking up something from Nivalis. Don't worry. The computer would have told us if we were in any real danger.
Fatal crash imminent. Would you like to record your last will and testament?
Admittedly, that's not super promising. Well, it's damaged, but I fixed worse. Come on, maybe there's someone in town who can help us.
Alright, so here we are at Nivalis. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this part. If you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like and a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more content. Twitter and Google Plus will be in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao.